On the streets of Kenosha overnight, peaceful, albeit noisy protests. A far cry from the night before, when those protesting the police shooting of Jacob Blake came face to face with an armed vigilante who killed 2 people and wounded another, leaving Kenosha with a bitter tale of 2 people, one unarmed and nearly killed by police, the other fresh from the kill, fully armed and disregarded by authorities who rolled right past him. On the killing of innocent protesters, Wisconsin's Attorney General did not mince words.
What happened yesterday night in Kenosha was despicable.
Call referring to alleged shooter 17-year-old Kyle Rittenhouse, now facing intentional murder charges following Tuesday night's deadly confrontation. Rittenhouse, an outsider from Illinois, acting as vigilante against what started as a peaceful protest, firing his weapon with deadly results. The protests now in their 4th day following Sunday's death of 29-year-old Jacob Blake. The AG detailing what is known, that officers were trying to arrest Blake following a domestic call.
Law enforcement deployed a taser to attempt to stop Mr. Blake, but the taser was not successful in stopping him.
And that Blake had a weapon.
During the investigation following the initial incident, Mr. Blake admitted that he had a knife in his possession. And DCI agents, that's the Division of Criminal Investigation, recovered a knife from the driver's side floorboard of Mr. Blake's vehicle.
What's unknown is if Blake actually threatened officers with that knife before Officer Rustin Shesky, seen here holding Blake's shirt with one hand, fired 7 shots into Blake's back with the other. Shesky, a 7-year veteran of the Kenosha PD, one of several officers at the scene, now on administrative leave as the investigation continues. Jacob Blake's mother, meanwhile, continuing her calls for peace on the streets of Kenosha.
Please don't burn up property and cause havoc and tear your own homes down in my son's name.
And Vice President Mike Pence noting the unrest in Kenosha, but silent on what caused it.
President Trump and I will always support the right of Americans to peaceful protest. But rioting and looting is not peaceful protest. Tearing down statues is not free speech.
Jacob Blake shot 7 times in the back in broad daylight in front of his 3 young sons.
Vice presidential nominee Kamala Harris weighed in a rebuttal to President Trump's speech tonight.
We will not let these vigilantes and extremists derail the path to justice.